All right, so we in Florida. We adjusted. We in Florida probably like a good year now, a good year and a half, I say. And you know, my mom divorced. She did what she had to do. And like I said, we at my grandmother's place. And what my mom liked to do every day, you know what I mean? She'd like to go. We'll sit out on the front porch because we love the sunshine, man. That's one thing about Florida. Florida got that sunshine. You want to see the good trees, beautiful trees and sunshine. You know, we would just sit out on the porch and just enjoy the view. You know, and you know, one day this guy stepped to her, and because he was like doing cable across the street. You know, he had the big cable truck out there. He was doing cable across the street. He seen my mom across the street, and you know, he approached her. You know what I mean? Came up to the gate, started talking to my mom, and next thing you know, my mom got a boyfriend. Basically, long story short, my mom got a new boyfriend, and they hit it off. You know what I'm saying? They hit it off pretty quickly. You know what I mean? I could tell like he was a Jamaican guy because he had an accent. You know what I mean? And you know, my mom wound up letting him know, you know, he's Jamaican guy, nice guy, you know. And like I say, they started dating and they like fell in love, I guess, kind of quickly, you know, because next thing you know, my mom's pregnant with the third child of the bunch, my younger sister. You know what I mean? So now it's not just me and my sister no more. It's me and my sister and my baby sister, you know, that she had with her new man. And they came together and we was able to leave my grandma's spot. We was able to leave my grandmama's house and get into our own place. And that's what we did. You know, my mom got us in our new place, you know, with her new man. You know what I'm saying? And I liked her new dude. I liked him. I must say, like, he had like a swag about him, you know what I'm saying? I liked him. You know, he was cool. He was really cool with us and showed us attention and stuff like that. But I guess as time went on in the relationship, him and my mom started having, you know, low-key problems because he would be out too late. It's bad enough he would already work long hours. He'll be working from like 8 to like 6. Like I say, doing his cable thing and installing cable, underground cable and stuff like that. But he wouldn't be coming home till like 11 o'clock at night, knowing he got to get up and go to work the next morning. And my mom would just be home all day, like, wondering, you know. And he would tell my mom, you know, after work, he'll go get with his boys and gamble. They, like, had a little gambling house, and he liked to go there after work and do a little gambling, you know. And I don't think my mama was buying that, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, she'd be like, why wouldn't you come home first, settle in, and then go back out? You know what I'm saying? And he'd just be like, no, when I come home, I want to be home. And, you know, they started having their little differences. He started having them feelings like, you know, he could be cheating on her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he would be gambling, though. He definitely would be gambling because I was sitting in the room one day with them with my mom watching TV in her room, sitting on the floor when he came in. And when he came in one night, he went in his pocket and pulled out some money, and that was the first time I ever seen a wad of cash. Like, that was the first time I ever seen a knot so thick of money. I would see him take it out of his pocket and put it in the top drawer. And I was just like, damn, okay. I ain't say nothing. I ain't tell nobody nothing, but I was like, that's where he be putting his money. You know, he always had a lot of money. Every time he go in his pocket, he pulling out a wad of cash. So me being a young, at this time I'm probably like 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. But I'm like curious, you know what I'm saying? I'm real nosy and I'm curious to what people doing. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna go back in that drawer. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna look back in that drawer, you know. And I think I did it the next day. The next day, I left, came home from school and stuff like that. I went to that drawer, man. I had to see what was in that drawer. I opened that drawer. It's like I saw $1 million or something. I seen nothing but money. I seen nothing but 20s, 100s, 50s, all in this drawer. I'm like, damn. And all I did, I just took $20. I just took a $20 bill out of there, and I went on a balling spree with them $20. You know what I'm saying? We had like what you call the storehouse at our apartments. We had the storehouse lady who like basically ran a store out of her house. Man, I went there. I bought all kind of shit. I bought all kind of like, the frozen juices, pickled eggs. You know what I mean? I even went up the street to KFC and bought the chicken sandwiches that they had back then. Man, $20 got me a whole bunch of shit. And what I did, I bought all that stuff and I brought it back home. I brought it back home to my sister. I let my sister see I wanted to share. I was like, oh, here, you can have some of this. And she was like, wait a minute. Where you get the money to buy this? I was like, what? I'm rich. Like I just said some silly shit like, what? I'm rich. And she like, huh? She was like, how much all this stuff? I don't know. And then she was like, nah, you got that money out of Alvin's drawer. I'm going to tell my mama or whatever. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And she like, yes, you did. Before she called my mom at her job, she ate the shit with me. So, and then she like, mama want to talk to you. And I could have already started crying, I guess, because I'm like, oh my God. You know what I mean? And then my mom like, you went in that drawer? And I'm lying. I'm like, no, I didn't go in the drawer. Like, where you get the money from? I was like, a friend gave it to me. And she was like, don't lie to me. You went in my room, you went in that drawer? And I just fessed up. Like, it's like your mama know you lying. If you got a certain connection with your mama know you lying. So I just went on ahead and said, yeah. And she was like, I'm going to tear your butt up when I get home. I'm going to tear your butt up when I get home. You ain't going to steal from nobody ever again. and hung up. And I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, oh shit. I'm scared as hell. You know what I mean? Because remember, in my first story, my memories of what I saw my mom doing. I don't remember seeing my daddy hit my mama. But I remember seeing my mama hit my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So I was scared of her. I was scared of my mama. She had the fear instilled in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she said something, she gonna do it. So later comes around, about 6 o'clock. She get off work and she come home. And before she came home, I did what the black kids used to do back in the day. If you're like an 80, 90 baby, you know what I'm talking about. I went in like my room and started putting on extra shit. Like extra shorts, extra shirts. Trying to think what angle she gonna hit me from. Trying to be long sleeve. And shit like that. So when she came home, I was ready. I wasn't ready, but I was ready. You know what I mean? I was like, it's gonna hurt, but hopefully it don't hurt that bad. So she ain't saying nothing to me. She get home and she quiet. She ain't really talking to me. But I'm basically following her around, waiting on this ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Like, she go in the kitchen. I try to ease my way towards the kitchen. She go back in the living room. I'm back in the living room because she say, as soon as she get home, she gonna beat my ass. You know what I mean? And so she go in her room. I ain't follow her to the room. But time kept going on. Like, at this time, now I got to be like 8 o'clock, 8:30 or something like that. So I'm like, she must not gonna beat my ass no more. And then she told me, she say, Sean, go take a bath. So I was like, okay, I'm good. She ain't gonna beat me. I can take all this extra shit off. I started taking my extra clothes off. I go take a bath. And at this time, probably like after 9, so it's about to be bedtime. We can't be up all late, so I take my bath. I put my skimpy shit on. You know what I mean? Because I thought I was in the field, so I put my little Spider-Man, whatever the fuck I had. You used to wear them skimpy ass pajamas. You know what I'm saying? So I put that on. Little shorts, little shirt. And I'm good. I'm like, maybe she, not gonna beat me no more or whatever. So I started walking towards my room to go to bed or get ready for bed. And then I just hear, Sean, come here. And I just, like, my heart dropped. My heart dropped to my goddamn feet. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, shit. When I look back down the hallway, her door open, and she's standing in the middle of the door with Alvin, her new boyfriend, my sister's dad, with this motherfucking thick-ass cowboy belt that he used to wear every day to work. That's the crazy thing. Like, he used to wear that belt like every day, and that belt's like a goddamn, look like it's made out of cow leather. It's thick, it got a buckle on that motherfucker. Like, I'm like, damn. Like, I know damn well that she had that bitch wrapped in her hand, ready to go. And I'm just like, she like, come here. So, I did what the kids started doing. I started crying before I even got there, because I felt the pain too before I even got there. You know what I'm saying? So I get there, I start walking to her. She just take off. What? Why did you go in there and steal that money? You ain't supposed to have. What? And I'm talking about when the first strike, when she hit me that first time, I ain't never felt pain like that, man. I never felt pain like that. That felt like, I don't know, electricity or something, man. It was a different type of sting to my body, like, just on the first hit. You know what I'm saying? And then she like hitting me. Keep hitting me. But now I'm trying to move. I'm trying to block some of these hits from that belt, man, because it hurts so bad. And I'm frail, man. I'm frail at the time. Like I said, I'm probably like 7, 8 years old. I'm frail as hell. I couldn't have been no more than like, 50 pounds or something? And she going in with this belt, man. And, I'm crying and begging and pleading for her to stop, like anybody would. And I was doing it so much that I lost my voice. And she just lost in anger. She steady trying to whoop me. And actually, I'm making her whoop me more because I'm trying to move and get away. And she getting more angry. But I'm trying to do it because the shit feel like fire. The shit feel like she hit me with fire. You know what I mean? So I'm steady trying to get away, like I'm trying to pull with all my might, trying to pull. She got my hand, and I'm trying to pull my hand out of her hand, but and she lost grip one time. She got mad and she grabbed me again, and she hit me again, man. Because it got to the point where I couldn't even tell her to stop hitting me, or stop, or can you stop, please? I couldn't even talk no more. The pain was so bad, I couldn't even talk. Man, So, and she wouldn't stop. So at this time, I don't know. I don't know if the shock, the scaredness, I don't know, but I threw up. Everything I ate for dinner, all on her floor while she was beating me. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that made her stop. Was that I did that. You know what I mean? That I threw up. And the thing that pissed me off about that the most, though, is that I thought me and my sister daddy was cool. But he was sitting up on the bed watching my mom do this. He didn't stop her. And it's almost like she was beating me to please him. And it's like he was just sitting there watching it like he watching some fucking, I don't know, some shit on TV or something. And I know he hear me screaming. I know he see me in pain. I know, I say after the 5th, 6th, 7th hit, he could have stopped and said, that's all right. But he just sat right there, no matter how I was screaming, no matter about nothing. He sat there and watched her do that. And then he would try to stop it. And like I said, the only reason why she stopped was because I threw up. And she let me go. She said, go in the bathroom and come back and clean this shit up. But thank the Lord she let me go to bed, man. But I couldn't even sleep that night. I remember I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't even lay down. It hurt. It hurt to lay down. Like, I could... And all I remember was her saying that she gonna get me tomorrow. It ain't over. She gonna get me tomorrow. So, all I remember thinking was like, nah, she can't get me tomorrow. This can't happen again. You know what I mean? So I went to school that day. The next day, the welts and the bruises and stuff, everything swollen, and everything still hurt. It even hurts more that I got a chance to fall asleep for a second, wake back up, and now I see the bruises and I see the lashes and all that. And so like I said, I went to school that next day. And I'm gonna skip over that part of the story, but I'm gonna just say this. Like, I could have got my mom in trouble because my teacher noticed that I was in pain. She noticed I was in pain. She even got the guidance counselor to come to the class because she was like, "You okay? Did something happen to you?" But and I think the guidance counselor, my teacher, called my mom while she was at work. You know what I'm saying? Something happened because, long story short, like I said, I was gonna run away. I wasn't trying to get beat again like that by my mom, period. No, I couldn't take it, you know? So I was trying to make an exit plan, like, because all I remember her saying is that she gonna get me when I get home again. Part 2 is not over, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to think of what I was gonna do. She called me, I was just gonna run out. And run to somebody's house or something. But she came home, and I was waiting around to see what was gonna happen, and she ain't do nothing. She ain't talk to me, but she ain't do nothing. And like I said, I spent that whole time trying to see what she was gonna do because I was getting ready. I took a bath or whatever, still in pain. And I come out the bath, I'm still looking scared and just I'm not coming to get no second. But she never did. She never whooped me after that. Like I said, my teacher called, spoke to her. I don't know what was said, I don't know what, but she didn't spank me after that. But I feel like that was the first time that I was abused by my mom. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it didn't take all that just for me. Like I said, he had a drawer full of money. If I had to guess, it was like over $1,000 in that drawer, man. You know what I mean? And I just took $20. I just felt like the punishment didn't match the crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I kind of feel like she did it to please her man. Like, you know what I mean? Because had no man been there, and if I would have stole $20, would it have been the same? She ain't had nobody to impress. Like, when she had my mom, like I said, that was the first time I felt like she abused me. She's hit me or spanked me before, but never that bad. Never that bad. But thank the Lord that at the time that she didn't do that no more because I wasn't going for it, and yeah.